What's going on, y'all? She got Dose, man. We here with Harlem Taylor Magazine. We at Novara Jewelers, you know, the second black-owned jeweler in the Detroit City area. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune into this great interview and follow us on Instagram at Novara Jewelers. And make sure y'all follow Harlem Taylor Magazine on Instagram. We finna go crazy. Let's get it.
Another day, man. Harlem Taylor Magazine. First and foremost, bro, I never introduce people.
Right.
I always allow them to introduce themselves, my
That's
man. Tell them who you are, bro.
Dose, owner of Novara Jewelers. Creative, mainly that's me. I'm just a full-time creative, bro, and it just so happened to turn into a full-time jewelry business. So. Yeah, bro, that's me, man. Just a full-time creative for real, and the owner of Novara Jewelers.
Okay, so first of all, bro, and I say this a lot, so people when they look at these interviews, if they watch a lot, they see it, they hear it.
Right.
But I always tell people this too, personally. But bro, I'm looking at you while I talk to you because, bro, I respect what you got going on. I truly do.
That, bro.
And I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to do this interview.
Oh no, for sure. Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely.
Always, yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about. But I'm gonna jump straight into this, bro.
Let's get into it.
Right now, bro, this piece on your neck.
The
city saying this is the most creative, man.
Yeah, it was definitely fun creating, bro. I wanted to make something for myself that was very unique, and I feel like with me being the jeweler, I have to have one of the most unique pieces that I put out. So it took we've been working on this since February, just because I haven't had the actual time to do it.
Okay.
But I went through like 4 or 5 designs, and we finally figured it out. And yeah, bro, it came out crazy as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
hey, we're gonna get a close up on it for y'all too, because I want y'all to see that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I appreciate that though, bro. But yeah, I definitely think it's one of the most unique pieces in the city for sure.
And I totally agree.
For sure.
So let me ask you this. Do you think what makes this piece unique? Is it the color scheme? Is it the pattern? Is it the design? Is it the craftsmanship?
I think it's just the willingness to be able to just go all out on something. Like to not have to not think inside of a box. You know,
I most definitely thought outside the box with that, bro.
I feel like because a lot of pieces that's in the city, they kind of, and no offense to anybody in their pieces, but they all look the same. Because we get a lot of references. We get a lot of clients that come in and they'll show us a reference image of somebody else's piece. Like, I want it just like this. I just want to say my name. So, like, I think that's one of the main reasons why it's the most unique piece, because there's no comparison. There was no reference image. There was no, you know what I'm saying? It was literally just
straight off the
top. So,
do you draw too?
Yeah.
So did you draw a concept of it first and then
Yeah. We whipped up a little concept of it first. It was like two different concepts, same vibe with the dragon and the eye and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a dope ass concept. And then when we did it in color. So that's where you get the colors from, because I wanted to kind of still keep the colors that was in the original design.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're getting so much color pop, because the dragon that I used
when you drew it was colorful.
You know, so, and I loved how that looked as a 2D image, but I knew like trying to convert it into a piece of jewelry, it was gonna kind of be hard to get that color to really show, or to figure out where it was gonna look best at. So it took a little minute, but we figured it out, and this is my baby right here.
Yeah, you turned the city up with that.
I appreciate it.
So before we got a lot to talk about, and I always tell people too, these are interviews because that's what corporate America calls it. But these are conversations in front of a camera, bro.
That's a fact.
You said, "This my baby."
Yeah.
What type of attachment do you have because you're a whole jewelry store. You're a business, and this is not something you're doing this. Yeah. And I got something I want to bring to people too. I'm gonna come back, y'all, but I'm gonna have him tell y'all a story how he went from pretty much doing nothing to almost doing 100 pieces in a year.
No, for real.
So before we give him that,
for real.
You said this your baby. Tell me about the attachment to these pieces.
I I have a lot of attachment to these pieces just because we spend a lot of time with them. We spend a lot of time talking to clients, trying to figure out what they actually want. A lot of these pieces are, you know, sentimental pieces. So, and for me, when my clients let me have full creative control, like I get excited. You know, I get excited, bro, because I know what my mind is capable of. So I get very excited. So when the piece is done and they come ready to come pick it up, bro, it'd be hard to let some pieces go, bro. Like I just had a client. I told him, like, let me look at it for a little bit, because he was about to, you know, he closed the box, about to walk off. I'm like, hold on, bro, before you leave.
Yeah, let me see.
Because I don't know when the next time I'm going to see it again. I may not see it again. Like, I just had a piece we just cleaned with last week. She got her piece earlier this year. That was the first time I've seen it since it left out, you know. So it's like, it'd be hard to let them pieces go, because
these like your brainchild, conception to final product is all you.
And then you don't know how people going to treat them, you know. So it's just like,
how they supposed to treat them, bro?
Good, man. You done spent all this money on it. Like, you might as well take care of it. But, you know, you get some people that they go crazy with their pieces. And it's understandable. You know, you get outside, you have fun, you start to lose your mind a little bit because you're getting a couple more compliments than you usually do. So it's understandable. it's definitely understandable. But, you know, it's I get very attached to my work, with any work that I do, for real, just because I put everything into it. So, yeah, it's very hard to let them pieces go, for sure.
I wanted people to hear you say that,
yeah,
and I wanted you to finish that conversation simply because if you have that much love into what you're doing, the quality of your work that's coming out of here, people gonna always come back to you because you really love what you do. We're gonna switch gears here in a second, but I do want to ask you one more question concerning this.
Yes, sir.
You offer a lot of services, bro. You offer custom jewelry consultation, which is what we were just talking about a little bit. Jewelry cleaning, jewelry polishing, grills, appraisals, repair, deposit, drop off, and you got a sign-in option, right? So before we get to those, because I want to talk about these grills, because I spent 10 years down south, and when I left home, that wasn't a thing. The first person I saw with a grill from the city was Sada. But the interesting thing about that was I saw Sada in Nashville, Tennessee with it.
Shout out to I think Billy did his grills. Shout out to Illionaire, my boy Illionaire, my boy Billy. He do grills for a lot of people in the city. He go crazy. Like, he go crazy. He did I want to say Louis Ray's grills. He did Vezo's grills, Sada's, I believe. Namir, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the Proof Sons man. Yeah, he did Amir's grills. Yeah, Billy be going crazy. So there's not a lot of people in the city that do grills. You got D-Town Grills, you got Billy, and then you got us. Like,
so when did the grill make it into up north?
I can't.
Well, I won't say up north. Let me take that back, because you know some of my people watching, they gon' because Mr. Cheeks and them did it in New York back in the day. Lost Boys, they was grilled out. However, it's a southern thing. You know what I mean? I lived in Memphis, man. Them boys in high school, slugs. And when they say slug, that mean they don't pull out. No, it's slug.
Permanent.
In high school. When did that wave make it to Detroit?
I would say within the past 10 years.
In the past 10 years.
Yeah, probably a little longer, maybe. But as far as like actually like people getting grills, I'd say like the past 10.
Okay.
It's been more popular. You know, even with like the tooth gems and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, like the little diamond on the eye tooth or something.
Yeah, it's a subtle look up here. Like, you're not gonna see what you see down south as far as like you said, like a full slug. 12 all the slugs.
Yeah,
like, you're not gonna really come across that, you know. And that's how you can kind of tell who's from up here and who from down south. You know what I'm saying? Based off of how they grill set up here, they gonna have more like one or two teeth. Outline, like an open face on the tooth, so something subtle, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely been becoming more popular for real.
Now I see that because what was bro name that was in here before?
Cash,
he was slugged out. I seen you.
Shout out to Cash.
He
got the tops and the bottoms.
He was slugged out.
He's going crazy. He's about to convert him over to diamonds in a minute. He tripping.
Man, I really want y'all to come and see these guys, man. And more importantly than the business that you have, man, you actually a good person from what I know, bro.
I appreciate that, bro.
And something else I want y'all to know, I called him to do his pre-interview, and we spent 45 minutes on the phone. And the first 5 minutes was about the interview, you know what I mean? So I really got to communicate with this brother, man. And you black owned, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I want y'all to come up here, man. Novara Jewelers.
It'd be so crazy, brother. A lot of times people come in here and they ask, like,
looking for somebody.
How long you been working here? Like, nah, bro.
I own it. Yeah.
I mean, I've been working here since we started, but, you know.
How do those come? So when that happens, when it's like, no.
I usually I respond with very, you know, basically, like, since we started. You know, because I mean, I kind of move like a faceless brand anyway. It's not, my pictures or my face is not, you can't really see it on the page like that.
Yeah.
It's like maybe like 1 or 2 posts, maybe 3 posts where I'm actually showing my face, but we do that on purpose. Like, we do the faceless brand scheme on purpose just because even though it is black owned, people buy the brand, you know? Like, a lot of times we hear people buy a person, but you know, we buy Nike all day, every day, and never met Phil Knight. So, you know,
very good point.
People buy a brand, and when they trust brands more than they trust people, you know, they can get away with doing funny stuff. Brands really can't. So, you know what I'm saying? So, a person can scam you. I could be a Dose the jeweler, right? And I can scam you, and that's all that is. But if Novara scams you, that's a whole brand. That's other pieces that's attached to it. That's a lot of things that's attached to it. So we try to do a faceless brand just to make it feel real corporate, so we can be able to expand and, you know what I'm saying, have different locations and all of that stuff. Because I mean, that was one thing we kind of talked about too, like what the name was gonna be. Because I didn't want to be Dose the Jeweler.
Okay.
You feel me?
So where did the name come from? I was curious.
Kind of just.